Next, I would like to call upon Sue Watts and Elisabeth Meyer from the Employment and Education Center to tell you about the future training options, virtual reality, and for the lucky few here today, some of you will get to test it. So please, Sue and Elisabeth, if you want to join me up here, please welcome them. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you for having us. Our Career Labs virtual reality system was created to help job seekers determine their careers in a more concrete way. By trying careers they may not otherwise have access to, people can actually experience the job, which will ensure they make decisions that are best fits and better aligned with their skills, their interests, and their values. What does this mean for us as employers? Well, when potential employees know what they want vocationally, beyond just the theoretical, research shows that they stay in the job and enjoy the job, which means a decrease in staff turnover, reduced labor training costs, and a more engaged workforce. Our CareerLabsVR system has proven to be an excellent labor attraction tool for businesses as a result of the awareness gained via the careers that we have built and will be building. We have found that through our implementation that our CareerLabsVR system is also acting as a pre-screening tool. For example, we had a young man who was interested in becoming an electrician. He knew he was colorblind, but he didn't truly understand the impact of that until he was in our simulation, our electrician simulation, and could not differentiate between the wires. The obvious benefit to us is in that example. At this point, our CareerLabsVR system is an exploration system. However, our next phase is looking at building VR training simulations. Although this concept and system was created locally, we are now in the national and international realms. We are working with a training center in Abu Dhabi who has spent an awful lot of money researching future careers. So we are aligning with them to see how their research around future careers and our ability to bring that concreteness to the exploration can mesh together to give people a more realistic glimpse into future jobs. I'm thrilled now to hand the mic over to our project manager, Elisabeth Meyer, to further discuss what this system looks like.
Just wanted to highlight a visit that we had. We had the honor of hosting the Honorable Ross Romano, who's the Minister of Labor, Training and Skills Development, at our location to test out our VR a couple of months ago. This slide right here just highlights some of the career simulations that we have currently completed and are ready for use within our VR system. Today I wanted to take a moment and just highlight one of the projects that we're working on currently. So in April of this year, we received almost $1.4 million in funding from the Ministry of Labor, Training and Skills Development to develop 10 career simulations, all relating to the steel and aluminum sector, and they're listed here on the screen. Ontario has the highest share of steel and aluminum workers in Canada. Tariffs and a surge in imports from non-NAFTA countries have deeply impacted this sector, but also a skilled labor shortage have deeply impacted as well. We're using this project and the immersive power of virtual reality to bring attention and highlight these careers. The education path that each one takes is very diverse, ranging from apprenticeships to education within a university or a college. And this project has taken us and continues to take us all over Ontario as we create industry partners who lend their expert knowledge to each of these careers. I wanted to take a few moments this morning to highlight one of the very first careers that we completed. We've been working on this project now since April, as I mentioned, and mining engineer has been the first one that we have done from start to finish. Notable as well, mining engineer, machine operator, process engineer. The first three careers in our project all of which are relating to the extraction of iron ore, which is not done in Ontario and not processed in Ontario. You can get the education within Ontario, and that's what also highlights the importance of this system, because you can do all of the research, find out what you want to do, and it lends its knowledge to what your career path, where your career path may take you. So it may not, if you're really interested in iron ore, which I've realized I am after this project, you may have to work outside of Ontario despite getting your education within. So for each simulation that we program and complete, we create a fly-through video which just sets the stage for what the environment is within the career. I wanted to take a moment to view that now. Also notable on this project, I received my first pair of work boots and have proudly laced them on as I've done research all over Ontario within mines and wherever else it's taken me. So pictured here is the research and development, just to highlight the research that goes into each simulation. These are the partners that we accessed for the simulation of mining engineer. And the process that we go through with each one is we will go on location, spend a considerable amount of time with educational institutes, employers in the field, and individuals who actually are taking part in that career. So once extensive research is done, we start to storyboard what it may look like for each simulation, and then work with our VR programmers to create a 20-minute experience that highlights what a day in the life may be like, or what a typical task you might do within a day would be. The programming of each simulation takes an average of about 2 months, and then what we'll do is return to all of those employers and partners that we have on the project, and just ensure that the accuracy for each career is there, and do any tweaks and evaluations at that point in time. So pictured on the left is the Rio Tinto open pit mine in Labrador City, where I spent a week shadowing a mining engineer. And on our right is the simulation that we had our programmers create. So within this, when you're in VR as well, because it's so immersive, you get the idea of it's not just like a YouTube video, it's not like any other training tool. You actually feel like you are within that mine and within that expansive space, which is pretty cool. On the left as well, just to give an idea of how large that is in real life, the Eiffel Tower could sit at the bottom of that and would not be visible at the top. It's very large scale. The vision for this project and what it can be is that we really want to shine a light on all of the incredible employers that are in Ontario, but also within Leeds and Grenville. We have an amazing opportunity to really showcase what we do here and beyond. So today, as we mentioned, we did bring our VR equipment, and we have it set up just to the right when you go out the door. And we'd love to have you experience what that is. We brought our heavy equipment simulation today, so you could experience driving an excavator through a job site. Just want to thank you, though, for your support of this project, your support of CareerLabsVR, and where it can take us in the future. So thank you very much for your time.